to my cluttered garage. I'm really glad you're here. A place where we can laugh and talk and days are filled with cheer. The clouds of sun may come and go, but one thing's always clear. Welcome back, my friend. You know I'm really glad you're here. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, my friends. I am really glad you're here. Welcome to live stream number 106 on February 20th, 2023. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, can you believe that it's February and it was like sunny, and here it's going to be like almost 70 degrees this upcoming, I think, Thursday. Craziness. So I've been thinking, like, I've been telling people, look, we'll get snow in February. Like, people have been saying, oh, we haven't really had a winter yet. And I've said all along, don't worry. February's the month. We're going to get hit in February. I may be wrong about that because it's been mild. Not complaining about that, but that's where things are. So welcome to the live stream. We're going to be just kind of free rolling tonight. As you saw in the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about farm auctions, equipment auctions, general auctions. Talk about how you feel about that. Why? Well, because I went to an auction on Saturday. I released my video tonight about that auction. So maybe you watched that video before you joined us on the live stream. That video was released at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. I don't know if it's Standard Time or Daylight Time. Anyway, Eastern Time. It was released. And maybe you caught that before the live stream, so maybe it makes sense why we're having this little conversation here. So yeah, before we get to that, I'm going to be looking at or before I look at the live chat comments, we're going to go through a couple things. First of all, here in the United States, it is President's Day. Happy President's Day, a federal holiday. Many businesses were closed today to recognize President's Day. I think it used to be Washington. I feel like as kids, we used to get Washington's birthday off and Lincoln's birthday off, and then they merged them together just to make President's Day. And it became more than just celebrating their birthdays. It's to honor all those who have served as president of the United States. So happy President's Day. And speaking of presidents, I do want to send out heartfelt wishes to Jimmy Carter and family, if you're watching. But Jimmy Carter, 39th president, he is 98 years old, if I have that right. And his health has finally taken a turn, and he is on hospice care and has decided to seek no further treatment and to just live out his life gracefully, hopefully pain-free. Usually that means there's very limited time. It could be days, it could be weeks. So anyway, yeah. Been thinking about Jimmy Carter for that. And here's a picture, because I think Jimmy Carter is just such a great example of a public servant. He left the presidency. Well, before the presidency, he was a farmer, became president. He left the presidency, moved back to his humble roots and his small, modest home in his hometown, continued to teach Bible study at his local church. And of course, the work he did for Habitat for Humanity with that organization is amazing. In fact, even a couple of years ago, he had hurt himself and still was working on houses. So what a great advocate he has been for that organization. And I just think that I think he's just a great example. Politics aside, he's a great example of a human being. So again, thinking of him as clearly he's reaching his end of his life. But 98 years old, longest living president in U.S. history. That is pretty impressive. He was a one-term president, but then he said, I'll show you, I'll outlive all of you. So anyway, so that's that. Of course, I have other things to say, but I had to check my phone because sometimes people text me and say, hey, you have no audio, or you forgot to say this or that. And then that doesn't have too much, but I want to let you know, niece Rachel, a lot of you have asked about my niece, my great niece, my niece's daughter, Rachel, who has been going through cancer treatment, had a surgery for a brain tumor. She spent weeks, maybe months in Cincinnati getting treatment and rehab because she lost her speech. She lost her ability to walk. So they were working with her with that. And she has been coming along. But the best news is that she is home. And that is just such a great place for her to be, back with her 4 siblings and her parents and her grandparents who are all there. It's just a great thing. And so she is coming along. It's not over yet. A lot of other treatments involved and rehab and whatnot, but she's getting there. And thank you so much for reaching out to me with your thoughts, your prayers, your questions. For those of you who have contributed to her GoFundMe page that her cousin set up, I often refer people to that page. Just so if you did want to make a contribution, certainly you can, but also cousin Nina posts updates on there. In fact, she's probably due to post one soon, but there in the live chat, you can see a link to that page and you can read more about Rachel and hopefully follow her journey as updates. They're pretty infrequent, but as updates come out, that's the best place to get them. So again, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it, and certainly the family appreciates it greatly. Well, about tonight's show, I already talked about it. We're going to talk about auctions and whatnot, and I want to get some interaction from you in the live chat. Tell me what you think. We're just kind of going free rolling here. Is that the word? But normally, and if you're new to the channel, new to the live chat, please say hi in the live chat. Let us know that you're here, first time viewer, and we want to welcome you for that. We're normally talking about tractors and gardening and DIY projects and life outdoors and life in the country, rural living. We've got people who are homesteaders, people who are farmers, people who just love living in the country or love the whole idea of living in the country. Maybe you don't live in the country, but you'd like to, or maybe you used to. It's a special thing. So please say hi in the live chat so that we can welcome you. Also, let me know how you found the live chat, because we are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're live streaming right now to both YouTube and Facebook. So would love to know how you found the channel, on which of those platforms. Again, streaming to TikTok here. Got a few people out there watching on TikTok. They're watching behind the scenes here of what we're doing. And then, of course, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, please click that thumbs up if you don't mind. It's a nice thing to do. And then a little bit later, and by the way, we only go for an hour, so we'll be done by 8 o'clock. So in no time at all, we'll be getting to the sticker giveaway section of the live stream. We give away these very nice vinyl stickers every week, either these or the bumper sticker. But big news, 25,000 subscribers is right around the corner. Currently, I'm sitting at 24,973 subscribers. What is that? 27 more that we need for that. Very likely this time tomorrow we'll be there. I was thinking maybe Wednesday, but it's very possible that this time tomorrow we could hit 25,000 subscribers. Again, way ahead of schedule. I was kind of doing the math. Of course, I stink at math, but I was calculating number of subscribers per week. I thought that we'd probably hit 25,000 by the end of March, mid-March. And here we are, not even out of February yet. We have another week of February left. So we're ahead of schedule on that. Not that there's a schedule, but ahead of my estimation. So thank you again for those of you who have subscribed to the channel, who have watched the videos, commented, followed along. We've gotten to know each other, and it is a lot of fun. And 25,000 is just a number, but it's kind of fun. As a YouTube content creator, we set little goals for ourselves. Again, makes us feel good. 25,000 is a nice number. After that, I don't know what my next goal is going to be. I don't know. I'm sure I'll be happy every time I see additional, like 30,000, whatever that is. But that's my goal. Really is just to create content because I like to do it, and because hopefully you enjoy it. And when you watch the videos, when you give a thumbs up, when you make comments, it tells me that you're enjoying the videos, and that's why I do it. It's a creative outlet for me. It's just something that I like to do, and I can't thank you enough for watching those videos and interacting. It's been, again, so good to spend time with you during this live chat or live stream. In the live chat, if you have a question, if you're new to the live stream, if you have a question, type the word question followed by your question. I like it in all caps like that, and then maybe I'll see your question. We'll be able to answer it. If I don't, somebody in the live chat will probably see your question as well. So that's all I got to say about that, I guess. Lots of longtime friends here in the live chat. I don't want to say hi to all of you because I can't name off the names, but I do see Edward Joyce, who has been here and supportive, seems like almost every week, and David from RCAF Polar Express, Mark from Manisto Key, Ross on the Land, Phil from Peterson Farms of Little Nashville, Bob Purrs, Tractor Talk with Gary, who didn't think he was going to make it tonight, but he's here. So Gary, stay with us as long as you can. I know you had plans tonight, so thanks for checking in. And Brutal Bob is here. Hope you're doing well, Brutal Bob. You're expecting ice starting on Wednesday. Yeah, we're not. We're expecting, I swear it said 70 degrees on Thursday, or maybe somebody told me that. Well, why don't we check right now? I mean, we've got time, right? What else are we going to do? So I just sit here. Right now, it is 52 and feels like 49. If I click on daily, Thursday, 73 degrees, partly sunny or partly cloudy. Depends how optimistic you are. If you're pessimistic, it's partly cloudy. If you're optimistic, it's partly sunny. Thursday, 73 degrees. That's crazy. The daffodils will be, well, they're already popping up. So I hope they make it if we get a little cold snap. I do. So spring is coming. It's around the corner. Today's February 20th. Spring is March 20th. The first full day of spring is March 21st. That's the first full day of spring, March 21st. It also happens to be somebody's birthday. That's all I'm saying. Well, thanks, Linda, for the matching hat and sweatshirt compliment. They kind of match. You know, this hat faded. It was like brown, but now I wear this all the time, and it's kind of my uniform. And this is actually my second one. I got another one to match the first one because the first one literally shredded apart. It got so old, and I washed it, and it just came apart. So I got another one, same color. It's kind of brown, but they do fade in the sun. Thank you, though. Thank you. Hope Construction is here. And Margaret is here. Hello, Margaret. Ann is here. Hi, Ann. You may have seen Ann in today's video. If you watched closely and you watched the end, you might have spotted her. I mean, you would definitely have spotted her because she had a significant role at the end of today's video. So please do go check that out. Appreciate it. Yes, and John Baker is here. Joe, good to see you, Joe. Jeffrey. And I said I wasn't going to read through all these names, but I am reading through as much as I can. And Kim. Hello, Kim. And yeah, and Chris, our friend Chris from the Watershed Overlook. So I haven't named everybody that's here, obviously, but they're the ones that are coming up now. So what are we going to do here? Let's do this. Let me look at my notes here. How about we do this because we're not really talking about the auctions yet. I'm sorry if you came here to talk about auctions. I don't really see comments in there about it, so we will talk about that. Let me show you a few pictures though. If you do have a picture you'd like to share, whether it be your property, your pets, your equipment, anything that you'd like to share that you think our viewers would enjoy seeing, you can email those pictures to me at contactmcgtv@gmail.com. Right there on the screen, contactmcgtv@gmail.com. And or Facebook Messenger. I hate that because it's clunky. I prefer you to email them, but if you can't email them, you can message them to me as well. So that's how we do that. And then we'll show some pictures. So the first picture I have to show for you this evening is from our friend Bob Pers. The National Farm Machinery Show was this past week, which I did not attend, but so many of our YouTube content creator friends were there, and I just am sorry that I was not able to be there. It just wasn't a good time of year, and not that it wasn't a good time, just the timing was not great for that. So, but it sure looked like a lot of fun. How fun that Bob Pers here. Check this out. He got to meet up with Phil from Peterson Farms of Nashville. And those two basically met through this live stream. And Phil, thank you, Phil, for mentioning the live stream on your latest video. He did a nice little recap of the machinery show, farm machinery show. I appreciate that. And here these two guys were able to meet face to face and shake hands or fist bump, whatever they did, and meet each other. So that was fun. So great to see that. Thank you for sharing that, Bob. I appreciate it. And then I have a picture here from Jim. Jim's got I think that's a B2601. Got the pallet forks there, a big old hunk of wood on it. Backhoe, I will not envy. I will not envy. I will not envy. But very nice picture there. That's a good load. These little tractors are quite capable and impressive. Another one here from John Baker sent this one in. I think that's also a B2601 or B2301, either one, and has some roots there with the Land Pride pallet forks, and maybe dug them out with the roots. I don't remember the backstory on that. If it was attached to the email, I apologize. But thanks for sharing that, John. Appreciate that. And then Michael sent this picture here. It was just something he found on the internet that he thought was kind of funny. But seriously, too, not really funny. It's not funny. I don't know why I said it was funny. You've got to strap down your equipment. You've got to chain it down. Apparently, this guy did not have the tractor strapped down or chained down enough and hit the car in front of him. The tractor came off the trailer and through the back of the truck. So it's important to chain down your equipment significantly, because that's the kind of thing that can happen. And I got one more here from our friend Mark at Manisto Key. Look at this guy. Look at that. That looks like a model to me, an MCG t-shirt model, I'll say. And with boats, I mean, gosh, boats, RVs, how fun is that? Thank you, Mark, for sending that and for wearing that shirt. It looks good. I don't have one like that. I like that. Good choice. I like it. I do like it. Yeah, so I think that's it. All right. Let's go back to some comments here. Yes, Chris can attest to the importance of properly securing your tractor to a trailer. Do you remember Chris's video when he talked about getting kind of sideswiped by a vehicle and getting pushed off the road and losing, or basically totaling his trailer? The tractor, as I recall, stayed on the trailer, but scary times. And if you want to know more about it, check out Watershed Overlook and look up Chris's video when he talked about that exact incident. So, yes. All right. Okay. All right. So with auctions, so I went to this farm sale auction. They have it once a year. It's in February, which I get it. You know, farmers, this is the slow time of year. The ground is muddy. Everything's could be frozen. So this is the downtime for farmers who are farming, I guess, produce farmers and whatnot. Cattle farmers, I guess, just work year round. I mean, everybody works year round. All right. That's not what I mean. I'm not saying that farmers don't have anything to do in February. What I'm saying is it's the best time to have a farm sale because things are a little bit slower in February. But it's also tends to be the coldest month of the year. And out there at that farm sale, which is actually held on farmland, it's like a prairie, and the wind just blows across that field. And even though it was sunny on Saturday, I mean, I walked out the door and I thought, oh, this is great. It's a beautiful sunny day. I didn't feel any wind. Perfect. You get out to the sale and the wind is just cutting right across. And I was still cold, and it wasn't even as cold as it was last year. Wimpy me, right? But it's a lot to stand there for 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours on your feet that whole time. It's a lot. And you don't you just don't know. Like, you go to these auctions, and that's my question. Do you love auctions? Do you hate auctions? Because you go there, you have no idea what things are going to go for, which is why it's really important to set your price in your mind. It's a lot like gambling, I think. If you were going to go gamble, which I don't do, but I have played the slots a couple times. It's important to set your limit. If you're gonna gamble for fun, you can say, all right, I'm going there with $150, whatever it is, and that's my limit, and you got to stick to that. Otherwise, it's like overpaying. Things can get out of control with that. Auctions are like that. You've got to go knowing what you want to spend. Well, you might decide on the spot, but that's okay. You need to set a limit. Like last year when I bought that bush hog, I set my limit. I looked at it. I had time to figure out what I was going to do, and I said, all right, I'm going to bid up to $750 on this bush hog. That was my limit. I went into it with that focus of $750, and when the bidding started, you don't always jump right in because they try and start high. So you kind of wait. They'll start out saying $1,000, nobody will bid. $700, nobody will bid. $500, nobody will bid. $400, and then maybe somebody will kick in. Well, once I always let somebody else start, unless it's super low. Once the bidding kicks in, then I jump in there and I just hit it hard. 400 for this guy, 450 for me, yes. 500 for him, 550 for me, yes. 600, 650. I learned not to hesitate, because to me, it can send a message to the other bidder, like this guy's serious. He's not going to stop. I might as well not keep bidding because he's not going to stop. That's kind of my philosophy. I like to set my number, and once I start bidding, I don't like to be thinking about it. Because here's the thing: the auctioneer doesn't care. They're not gonna give it to you because you're hesitant and like you're making an offer. If you stop your bidding at 600 and you're like, no, I don't think any more than 600. The auctioneer's not gonna say, well, okay, I'll give it to you for 600. He's just gonna go to the next person and see what they'll bid. So it's not like when you're buying an item privately and you're negotiating the price. You're trying to get it for as little as possible. And again, my strategy, which is, I don't know anything. It's my self-proclaimed strategy, but to me it makes sense. You bid fast, you bid hard, you set your limit, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But you send that message to the other bidder: hey, I'm buying this thing and I'm going to beat you. And hopefully they will back down themselves, because what I found is fun is that a lot of times I've seen the bidders, and I'm not like an experienced auction person. I go once a year, if that. But I've seen other bidders where they're hesitant. It's like 300 to me, yes. 350 to them, and they're like 350 to them, 350. They're like thinking it through, like, I don't know. And then they're like, yeah, okay. And then after like what seems like a minute, they go 400 to me, and I'm like, yes, no question. And then it's back on them again. Now, what about you? So again, I think it sends the message that I'm serious, and if you want to bid, then you're going to have to beat me. And I don't know if that works or not, but that's how I do it. And the other beauty is when you set your limit, you're done. So like with the bush hog, for instance, from last year's video, I set my limit at 750. As I recall, I wasn't the one who landed on 750. So I couldn't quite get there. Like when I was bidding, I was in even numbers. So I landed on 700. The next guy was 750. They came back to me at 800, and that was above my limit. So I just said, no, not going to do it. I just said no. And that's where the auctioneer starts to kind of negotiate, which is kind of neat because I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. But then he was like, well, how about 775? That's where you have to have a little bit of flexibility. Even though I set my limit at 750, I made a decision on the spot, like, all right, 775 is not too much over my bid. I'll do that, knowing that that is my final offer. And I said yes. He went back to the other guy. They said no, and I won it. So you got to be flexible, but you got to set your limit because you will find yourself getting caught up in the moment and just bidding. Then I always forget about the sales tax. I could go to pay, and it's like an extra $50. Like, what? But give to Caesar, right? That's what I say. It's what I say all the time. So there's my auction story. Again, if you watched this last auction, now last year, I was specifically looking for a 48-inch rotary cutter. And what I found was a 48-inch Bush Hog brand rotary cutter. And it was in nice shape. So it was fun that I found that and I got it. This year, when I went, I had absolutely nothing that I wanted to buy. Nothing at all. And then I got there, and after being there for a couple hours and walking past things, I saw something that I thought, you know what? If that goes cheap, I'll bid on it. One of the items, I didn't even put this in the video. There was a like the Harbor Freight portable garage, but this one was more of a building. It was like 20 by 30. It was a arch-shaped building with really heavy top on it, and it was just really heavy duty. Actually came in a crate with angle iron around it, like it was brand new in the box. So that came up, and I thought, well, that's pretty neat. Like I'd probably give like $300-400 for that because it was way heavier duty than a Harbor Freight portable garage, and it just looked interesting. First, I thought it was a greenhouse, but it wasn't. It was actually a storage. But anyway, I thought, well, that's pretty neat. I'd give $400 for that. And I watched that, and it went for like $1,400. So that's the other thing. It was like a Quonset, but it was material, not metal. I mean, metal arch with like tarp material over top. But that's the thing. You don't know about the prices. I mean, an auction is a great example of something is only worth as much as someone's willing to pay. Or not only worth, but it's worth as much as someone's willing to pay. So if you get two people who really want something, it could be overpriced. Again, set your limits. So yeah, you just don't know. You have no idea. And that's kind of the frustration of auctions. Like, you've got to dedicate your day to go into this auction, knowing you're going to have to wait around. I mean, there are rows and rows and rows of equipment. They had 2 trucks running, but still, it takes a long time to get through those rows. If you want something, you're going to have to wait potentially 3-4 hours all day, possibly. And then it could be like that. Could be like that portable building. I mean, just started out completely beyond my budget, my limit, and if I was there waiting for that, it would have been basically for nothing. So you've got to be patient and expect that you have no idea whether you're going to get a good deal, a fair deal, or pay too much. That's up to you if you're going to pay too much. But anyway, you can do your homework. So Margaret, I mean, should I tell you? Because Margaret wants to know what I ended up buying. I want you guys to watch the video. If I tell you what I bought, then it's not a surprise on the video. Right? And let me know what you think. Should I tell you what I bought, or are you going to watch the video? Chris has a question out of curiosity. Did you see any nice rotary cutters this year? Well, Chris, as a matter of fact, I don't know if I saw nice rotary cutters, but there's always a bunch of them there. I'm thinking back now to things I forgot to put in the video, because I remember seeing this little finish mower, 3-point hitch finish mower, I guess for like a probably for a garden tractor, because it looked even too small for like a subcompact tractor. It was like 36 inches. It was kind of cute. Like it was a little finish mower, but it had this big gearbox on top and drive shaft for the PTO. It was bizarre. It was this cute little finish mower. But anyway, I saw that. I saw 8-foot mowers. I did see like a couple 5-footers, but a lot of them are really beat up, really old. I didn't see anything as nice as what I got last year. And I don't know what they were going for either. I didn't actually see those selling, but yes, they were there. No great ones that I saw. So yes. Okay. So yeah. What did I see that was really interesting too? A lot of vehicles there. I didn't see many modern tractors. Like if you were going to if you wanted to get a newer modern tractor, Kubota, John Deere, um, something that was made maybe within the last 20 years, say from 2000 up. I didn't really see those. I saw a few. I didn't see the ones I saw didn't have front end loaders on them, as I recall. There might have been a couple, but very few. Now there were a lot of tractors there, but they were mostly what we'd consider antique tractors, from the 1940s and back. So I think people just hold on to their compact tractors. It's not something you see sold very often. There were side by sides there, some UTVs, probably 4 or 5 of those again. They're always there. In fact, last year I was in the market for a side by side, and I watched them go, and I was just afraid to bid because I hadn't done enough research on prices at the time. So I wasn't comfortable bidding on any of those. Plus, with equipment with an engine in it, for me, I get a little bit nervous. Like, why is it here? Is there anything wrong with it? Or not that people aren't trustworthy, but sometimes a piece of equipment has a problem and they're like, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm just going to sell it. And they don't owe you that. They don't owe you anything to say working or not. So it's risky. Like last year, I bought that bush hog. It looked good. I bought it on looks. I didn't see any cracked gearbox or anything, and I was able to spin the deck, the drive shaft, and everything seemed to be working. But it could have had a broken gear in the gearbox. I didn't know. So you take that chance when you buy something. And something like a side by side, when you're bidding, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000, $12,000 on something, that's pretty risky. Although all the things with engines, the keys are in them. You're able to start them if they will start. You can start them, you can run them, you can put them in gear. So you kind of get a bit of a feel for that, but you can't go driving around the property. So, if a side by side for whatever reason has a problem at 10 miles an hour, you're not going to know. So that's tough. But yeah, Kim is asking about landscape brakes. I saw one of those last year, 3-point mounted landscape brake. I guess that's what you're talking about. I actually did think I would like one of those, but I was cold and I already won the other auction. I didn't want to stay any longer. I don't think I saw any this year. Now they probably were there, but I didn't see any. Last year there was like a brand new Frontier model one that was like 4 or 5 feet. Would have been perfect for my tractor. I would like one of those. Okay, I forgot about that, Kim. Thank you. If I could go back in time, I would look for one because that's something I would like to have. Because I think it'd be great for just cleaning up trails. You could probably even use it on the driveway to kind of rake out your stones and whatnot. Yes, Kim, thank you. I will now be on a quest to find a 3-point hitch mounted landscape rake for my Kubota B2601. Yep. John here bought a fish house for his dad once at an auction. He loved to ice fish. And you got a sweet deal. See, you never know. There were weird things at this auction. Things that it's a farm machinery auction, but they don't limit it to that. I swear there were 3 or 4 canoes there which probably might have been a good deal because people might not have been in the market for canoes, but there were some nice ones there. I have a canoe. I don't use it. I have used it, but I like a canoe, but I didn't have any to buy one. There were canoes there. There was this giant, it was really cool. There was this giant metal bird cage, I guess for like a parrot or something. I mean, it was like 4 feet by 4 feet. I could almost stand up in it. Really pretty bird cage. Again, no need for it. There was a it was like a Chrysler 3000 luxury car that were there. It had all these pickup trucks and old farm trucks, and here's this Chrysler 3000. Like, why is that at a farm sale? I don't know. Makes you suspicious, doesn't it? I shouldn't be suspicious, but it does make you think. Like, why are they selling this at a farm sale and not somewhere else? So I don't know. I don't know. But those were some of the weird things that I saw there. And then just a lot of stuff. I don't want to say junk, but as I said in the video, there are things that I have that I would tend to probably throw away, but I haven't. I've held on to them. But I have to remember next year, I should bring a load of items, not junk, a load of items to the sale because like even little hand tools, everything goes, which is great. And I have things like probably all of us do. I have things that I struggle what to do with it because here's how I look at it. If I see an item in my garage, in my basement, and I look at it, I evaluate it, and I decide ultimately it's too good to throw away. It's not good enough to sell or not worth enough to sell and not worth giving away. Like, I don't know anybody who really would want this. So I'm stuck with it because I can't let myself throw it away, even though it's useless to me. I think it's useless to anybody that I know that I would give it to. I don't know anybody that would want it. And generally, I think it's not worth selling. If you use like fake Facebook Marketplace, I don't know if people use Craigslist anymore for a long time, but eBay, whatnot, it's like, it's not worth it. What's it going to bring? A couple dollars, and you got to, potentially box it up and ship it if you're doing eBay. So the stuff sits and sits and sits. And darn it, I didn't think of it. And I thought of it last year. Maybe I'll put a note on the calendar for next year. I even thought of this last year and then forgot about it this year. My garage, I could take my truck and I could just load it up with miscellaneous older tools that I know I don't need. I've got duplicates, triplicates of certain things. I've got socket sets how many socket sets do I need? I don't need any. I've got one really good socket set that I like. Then I've got all these other ones that are just stray sockets through the years and whatnot. I don't need them. So, but again, I'm not going to throw them away. In fact, I had these boxes of socket sets, some made in Taiwan, decent enough. I put them on Facebook Marketplace for like $10 and nobody even wanted them. At the auction, they're going to go. Even if you get $1 for it, at least it's gone. You didn't throw it away. You got something for it. I have to remember next year, load up the truck, box up items, and take them to the sale and let them go. Even though I did share the story about my water cooler. Everybody I know has heard my water cooler story, that I got this water cooler. I think I was helping clean out an office building or something. Brand new cooler that you put the 5-gallon bottle in. Brand new water cooler. Even had a water heating function on it so you could have hot tea water, coffee water. Brand new. And I thought, this thing is so cool. I took it to the local auction, not the farm auction, but it was some other kind of auction. I took it there thinking, this is great. I'm going to get like $100 for this thing at least, or more. It brought $1 for this thing. So you never know. But at least I didn't have to struggle with, should I throw it away or not? So there's a great suggestion for you. If you have a local auction company, whether it be an annual sale like this, some places have weekly auctions. They're very popular. They seem to always be very popular. So remember that if you have a lot of items to get rid of, just bulk them up, bring them to the auction. They'll either put it in a lot or they'll break it up into different lots. It's a good way just to be done with it. And you never know, you might even surprise yourself with what you get, So that's my take on auctions and a good way to get rid of things. I'm going to look at some comments here. So, yes. Oh, Jason, I see that. That's a great idea. Donate unused tools to the Habitat for Humanity. Very good. I like that. Our local Habitat has a store. It's a Habitat store. They've actually gotten a little bit picky, and I don't blame them. They have to be sometimes, but there are a lot of things they won't take because they don't want to become a junk shop. They want things that are basically in good shape. So, and certain things, I forget if it was not doors or windows, but there was something I had, and they just said we don't take those, and maybe because probably because everybody has them to donate. I forget what it was. Anyway, great suggestion though. If you can find a local charity like Habitat or something to donate them to, that's fantastic. So great idea. Like it very much. Yes. Okay. Look, Ross, no one has multiple 10 millimeters. I might have two. But I have lots of 3/8, lots of 9/16. So, but there's nothing more frustrating than losing your tools. But what I have now, I've got this case of, I forget what brand it is. My nephew gave it to me. He's a mechanic, a diesel mechanic, and I think, of course, buys Snap-on tools. So he got this box of sockets and ratchet set, not Snap-on, but I think it was like something he may have been given for making purchases. Really good quality, and he gave it to me, which is really generous. And what I like about it, it's in a plastic case. Every socket has a place for it. It's got metric, it's got standard, it has it's 3/8 drive, has multiple extensions. Whenever I need a socket set, I just grab that, and it has everything I need. And the best part is that I put everything back right where it goes, and that case is always full, always has what it needs. So I'm not scrambling for my 9/16 socket or my 10 millimeter. So I guess that's the other thing. If you can get a nice organized set, that's helpful. Question from Chris. Look how he wrote the question. Like, are you angry, Chris? Like, not only is it all caps, he's got spaces there. Like, look at my question. What size rake would you use with the B2601? Also, do you know what the green Chevy truck went for? I don't. They sold the trucks and the tractors at the end. I had bought my item. I was cold. I had other things to do. I couldn't stay the whole day. But I really wished I had been there to see what some of those antique tractors, and especially that Chevy truck. I love that truck. Again, no reason for me to own it, but I bet you it went for a pretty good dollar because it was basically rust free. So it must have been kept in a garage in a barn. It was really taken care of. Beautiful old truck. It was a big truck. It wasn't a pickup truck. Had like a grain truck or something. Really nice. I don't know what it went for. As far as the rake on the B2601, you know what? Probably a 48-inch because that's about as wide as the tractors, but I think it would handle a 60-inch. I think I'd probably like 48, just knowing that might be a good width for trails if you're gonna rake some trails out. I guess a 60-inch would be good too. 4-foot or 5-foot. I don't know. Whatever comes up. I definitely wouldn't get one larger than 5 feet. Let's put it at that. Let's say there's a 6-foot rake for sale. I'm not going to buy it for my B2601 because I think it's too big. So there you go. 48 or 60, not smaller than 48, not larger than 60. What if it's 63 inches? I don't know. Maybe I would then. I might then. But 4 feet to 5 feet. There's your answer. That's it. Yes, Jason, again, Habitat saying that they do great work in your community. You know what? I have a heart for habitat, but I've never gotten involved. I know a guy I know. He's actually the construction coordinator. He's called me to say, "Hey, we got a project starting." The timing wasn't right for me to help out, and I feel bad because I think it's a fantastic organization. I really love the whole mission of that and the way they're set up, where people who are going to buy these houses have to put in sweat equity, and I think that builds. Not only does it build personal character, but it builds pride in your home. I think it's such a great program. Um, so I'm an advocate for it, although I fall short on the volunteering part. I always have ideas of doing that, and maybe I will. So, but thanks for that because I think it's great. Is that true? And he said, "I'm serious. Hope Construction Harbor Freight has a set that is nothing but 10 millimeter, like a bunch of 10 millimeters." And then you said, "I'm serious." So maybe that is. Harbor Freight fills a niche, right? All right. So let's give away some stickers. Super sticker here from wait, who's Tractor Time with Big E? What is that? It's the Tractor Time with Tim logo, but it's Tractor Time with Big E. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. And yes, I am curious about, do you have a channel and what's going on there? Tractor Time with Big E. Anyway, thank you for that. I'm well. Good to see you. I hope Construction uses a 6-foot on. Is that on a B2601? What size compact tractor do you have? I just feel like that's too much. Not that it's too much for the tractor, because you're only just scraping things. I think it'd be fine for the tractor. I just feel like it's too wide. I just don't think I'd want one that wide. That's all. That's all I'm saying about that. So, all right. Okay, well, let's give away the stickers. Let's do that. Let's give away these 2 stickers. You can be from anywhere in the world, and I will mail these stickers to you. The only thing is, if you already won these stickers, please don't enter, because we want to give everybody an equal chance to win. You know the drill. But come on, if you hadn't won the stickers yet, you'd want a chance to win, right? So that's the thing. We're gonna give away the stickers, and if you're new here tonight, the way we do this is I put up a word on the screen. The way I see it, or the way I say it. Let me turn the volume down. Okay, so here's how it works. And I apologize. Last week, I put in a phrase that YouTube rejected. I don't know if it was like, was it dirty? I don't know. But for whatever reason, YouTube rejected it. And my account moderators here, helpful people who are moderators, had to approve the comments in order to make them go through. Hope that doesn't happen again with the hashtag I have this week. We've never had that problem before. But anyway, if you're first time here, enter this on the screen in the live chat exactly as you see it. No spaces. Hashtag sold. Hashtag sold. Uppercase or lowercase, doesn't matter. But please do enter it just like that. All right. So now I'm seeing no entries. Does that mean they have to be approved again? If they do, we'll cancel this. Let me know. Okay, they're coming in now. Again, moderators, if you're having to approve these, let me know, because that means I need to change something. Maybe it's rejecting hashtags. Let's see. All right. No, it's fine. It's fine. So it was the term that I used last week. It was hashtag. We had Garden Tractor Boy here last week from the UK. And I used hashtag GTBOY, GT Boy. And for whatever reason, YouTube didn't let people post that comment without being first approved by the moderators. So that was weird. Hashtag sold, though. We like it. And you'll see here, look how Joe did it. Hashtag sold. And Tony, in lowercase, hashtag sold. It works either way. David White being funny here because he already won. Hashtag 10 millimeter. That would have been good. But Allison's got it here. Good luck, Allison. Hashtag sold. All right. We have fewer entries tonight because so many people have won. This is important for you to know. Let me get to something, another screen here. Well, I'll give you more time to enter. All right. Next week, did I mention this? I did mention that we're going to be hitting 25,000 subscribers. Next week, we are going to, at 25,000 subscribers, it's going to be our 25,000 subscriber celebration. I don't know what that means yet, but I do know that there are some special edition, limited edition stickers to celebrate 25,000 subscribers that you'll have an opportunity to get next week. So that's something to look forward to, isn't it? Because we have them ready to go. Celebrating 25,000 subscribers next week. All right, let's do this drawing. By the way, we're now up to 24,978 subscribers. We were at 973 at the start of the show. Now we're at 978. So thank you for those who may have subscribed to the YouTube channel. All right, let's draw this thing. We're at 22 entries, not too many tonight. Let's see who the winner is. Got to put my cursor in the right place. Here we go. The winner of tonight's sticker giveaway is our friend Mellow D. Hillo Country Living. Mellow D. Hill Country Living. Wait, I just got it. I just figured it out. Mellow D. Hill. Melody Hill. I like it. I didn't know what Melody was at first. Melody Hill Country Living. Congratulations for winning the stickers tonight. We're very happy for you and glad that you are here. Do me a favor, Melody, shoot me an email at contactmcgtv@gmail.com. Let me know your name and your postal mailing address, and I will mail these 2 stickers or 2 identical stickers to you ASAP. Congratulations to you, Melody Hill Country. I like it. Do you have a channel? Maybe you do. If you do, then we should check it out. I always tell people, look through these live chat comments. A lot of these folks in here are also content creators, have channels, similar type of content. So if you like what I do, you may like what they do too. You may like what they do even better. So check out some of these people. I don't know if Melody Hill Country Living has a channel. Check them out if they do. If you like it, subscribe. So there we go with that. Awesome. Thank you for all those comments and congratulations to you. So, all right. So that was our chat about auctions. I've got another video coming out soon. I was running the wood chipper Saturday. That's why I couldn't stay at the auction. No, Sunday. Yesterday, I was running the wood chipper, and boy, it felt good. Because this time of year we should be shoveling snow or doing something different, but it was warmer, and I was out running the wood chipper, and it just felt good. I love that machine. Not to mention the physical exercise felt good because I do not like to exercise. Like I don't run, I don't go for walks. Like I walk around the property, but I don't go to the gym. I don't like to exercise intentionally, but I don't mind working, if I can just exercise that way. So Thanks, Joe, for going to check out the auction video. Enjoy that. I do hope that those of you who haven't seen it will watch it tonight as well. So, listen, Monday night, President's Night, for those of you who had the day off today, congratulations to you for that. And it's Monday, and we've got the week ahead of us. So have a good week. Have a safe week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this community and this channel and for helping us reach 25,000 subscribers. And I really look forward to seeing you next time. As we run over by a couple minutes. 59. As we run over by a couple minutes. Why is it still going? What happened? How about that? There we go. Well, it wouldn't shut off for me, so thanks for hanging it to the end. My end broadcast button is not working. All right, I'm going to try it again here. End broadcast. Having trouble? Yes, I am having trouble. All right, see you.